Hi, it's Conquergood from Conquergood Creative. I thought before I put the top on this piece I'm working on, I'd just show the mechanism because lots of people like the mechanism parts of these pieces. So I'm going to use my little pointer here, and hopefully with my left hand I'm going to turn the handle and everything will turn out okay for you. So the first thing to note is the handle is a toothbrush. The theme of the piece is a fella getting his tooth extracted in a dentist's office. So I was trying to make the handle similar to the theme of the piece, and so that's what I've done. This is the input shaft, and as you can see there's the secondary shaft, the little gear going down to the first and reduction of 2 to 1. And then there's another little gear in here, reduction, another 2 to 1 reduction to this gear. This pawl or lever arm here, it actually keeps the piece from turning backwards. You can see the teeth inside there grab when it goes backwards. And that's because I want the mechanism to go only one way so that the cams don't get into a little difficulty. So as we go down to the third shaft, we're down here now to a 6 to 1 reduction by the time we're at this point. I usually find about a 6 to 1 is, or an 8 to 1 is convenient for people. They don't turn the operations too fast. So the first actuating part is way back in here, this cam you hear, this elliptical cam you can see going around. This cam actually pushes on a lever that sticks down from above up like this, and as it goes it makes the patients, or the people, the dentist and his helpers, move back and forth. And you'll see that in the final production video when I put this all together. These series of linkages here that ride on the cams, and you can see the teeth are coming around, the bumps. They're the arms and the legs of the patients that are in the chair. The center two are his arms, being a little shorter, and that's where the wires will clip in there and there. And then these are the legs, and the wires will clip in a little there and there, so that as they pull his tooth, his arms and legs will tremble with the pain. On the back side here, you can see that there's a lever here that's just rising up here, and this has a little wire that'll go in here, and that will turn the head of the tooth fairy that's standing at the back of the dentist chair. And in this case, there's just a little bit of weight's been added in the end of this counterbalance on this end of the lever here, and that serves to pull the head back as the tooth fairy's head rides against the cam. It pulls it back down. The cam is difficult to see from this angle because it's in behind this main gear. Now these gears are designed so there's a 2 to 1 reduction between these two sets. So what happens is his arms and legs go every cycle, they wiggle on one rotation of this shaft, but this one's going around half as fast, so that he has to move in and out twice on this shaft to correspond with the rotation. This lever up in the top that you can see going up and down is the one that makes the fairy's wings flap. She flaps her wings as she turns her head and is watching the proceedings. On the very back is another follower cam that goes up and down. I'll turn the piece around in a minute. This is the one that turns the lamp on the overhead dental apparatus. There's a dental stand here, and there's a wire that makes it turn out of the way when he kicks his feet and legs. These two block assemblies that are here are actually keepers, and they keep these followers that are so long in line with the cam's actions that are way back there. Because they're so long, they would flop back and forth too much if they just didn't have a guide to keep them in place. The only thing they do, in fact, is make them go up and down. In this instance, I was running out of space as I developed the sides, so I made the sides a little thinner, and then I put caps on the ends of the shaft holes here that keep the shafts located in the right direction. Over back at this end, I've added a tooth just for decoration and for character to fill the empty space, maybe even at this end of the piece. You can see along the bottom, there, and at this end and in the back, down the side, there are collars for the legs that are going to put the top on. This one doesn't have a collar because it would interfere with the teeth of the gears, but that's okay. Nobody will really notice that when it's assembled. So I'm just going to turn it around here for a minute. And on the back side, you can see the follower arm that was for the mechanism, and basically the same construction on the back. If I continue to turn the handle the same way, you can actually see this is the cam for the lamp movement. It's got a little two little teeth cut in it, just again for decoration. The bumps in the fairy arm, which make it go up and down. If I lift up the followers there, you can see the rise and fall humps coming by on that cam. So when it's all done, which should be fairly shortly, I've got the characters all done, and I'm going to put the top on it, but I just thought before I put it all together, I'd show this to you. So, I'll talk to you again later.